prepare yourself for an epic adventure. That was to you, Rob. That was just to you. Hello and welcome to the morning meeting, building Jomboy Media. My name is Jimmy. It is April 29th, 8:57 a.m. As you can see on this camera, we've got no producer. Maddie is gone. So I am left to my own devices, and I've decided to change things up. Here's what we got on the agenda. We have tour of the office, make my to-do list for the day, talk about Simpsons, record a commercial for morning while doing morning, the Substack shout out, which I'm going to do now. Thank you to Wilson Wells and Morgan Fost. Pronounced Post. Interesting. I always thought it would be pronounced Fost because I know Fister with the P in front. Those are our most recent Substack subscribers where you can get exclusive and behind the scenes content every day. There's a 9 a.m. drop and a 3 p.m. drop, as long as early access, discounts, and tons of other stuff. So that's checked off the to-do list. Simpsons, why? And then answering some questions about content and strategy and all-star and questions. So that's the to-do list today. I will get that done soon. But first, the audio quality is going to change because I'm going to switch to my phone and I'm going to take you guys on a tour of the office. So here we go. All right. This is what we refer to as Studio 2. And that's where the producer sits. And over here, we have a bunch of decor and decorations. And right now, the JM Gaming decorations are up. I actually just moved some of the games. Over here, we have bins. So when the football show, they can change out. Cherry Pinstripes is up there. JM Trivia. So you can change out the decorations in the backdrop. That's Studio 2. There's a camera there. There's a camera there. There's a camera there. There's a camera up there to spy. Okay, we're going to leave Studio 2. Morning crew's here. Here's the main office. I'm giving everyone a tour in morning today. Morning. We'll start at the beginning. Maybe you've seen the office before, but not recently. Okay. These are the elevators. 1, 2, 3. This office was a white box. We had to create it from scratch. So we had to build this wall because we didn't want people just standing at the elevator awkwardly. And a lot of this decor is just stuff people sent in. Now, down there is the women's bathroom, and then down there is the men's bathroom. Don't need to show you much else over there. Here's the elevators. Is there a height chart? I've had a lot of people sign the height chart. Tallest is Cat. A lot of people have signed it. A lot of people are around that height. In this room right here is our green screen room, booked from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., filming Jomboy football trivia and then Jomboy Media baseball rough guess Jeopardy. Also, where we film anything green screen. So it's where we film like Watching Guts or GeoGuessr back in the day, trivia shows, table, headsets, globe. Producer sits here. Leftover merch. Those are my seats. Haven't been using them a lot. Okay. Moving on. Here's a wall. Articles. Jake's sexy poses. Trevor Plouffe prediction on the wall. And now, okay. So we're back here. Elevator, wall, back here. This is our editors for the warehouse. It's a push. It's a push. Always fucking gets me. So our 4 warehouse editors. That's Rob. He also edits morning. He's invisible right now, but that's him. These are where they sit. They're called the Crabs. I hope there's no spoilers around. BB6 Shady Ray Spotlights. Those are those little interviews in game. This is their editing schedule. Trying not to show anything. These are a bunch of really nice comments from people about the editing and the production. So this is that room. Juicy Fruit. It's old school. These are big servers with everything on there. Okay. Now this is big conference room. No spoilers, no spoilers. A lot of meetings. Okay. Conference room, whiteboard, TV. This is another small conference room. Very titles. Wow, small conference room fucking booked up today. Damn, that's crazy. Here's Jeff. Jeff, I'm doing a tour. Good morning. Office tour. This is the editor's bay. They have a lot of fun in here. Sirocco, Jack Doyle sits there. Mr. Sorensen, where's that nameplate, sits there. He's got the best view. It's a nice view. I used to sit there for a little bit. Yeah. Ronnie sits there. Jeff there. Noah here. Zoe here. They've got this football. This is not a football. I don't know why I said that's a basketball. Wait, I gotta get it. I want to buy more of these. They're very light and noiseless. Okay, here we go. One shot. One-handed, one shot. Bad. And that backwards at the monitor, right?
Yeah, it does. You can turn it on, actually. It's like a TV.
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
Distraction backward. They should institute that in like whoever makes Savannah Bananas basketball. It's the Globetrotters. Yeah. Okay. Down this row, designers sit. These are a fun toy I bought that everyone plays with. You push them down like this. You shoot up in the air. Hard to get. Drop it. Social sits here. This is my desk. Oh, nice. We have coffee. Lucas, MVP of 4-ball-3 right there. Hello. So my desk is leaking onto Taylor's desk a little, so we'll fix that. Just fix that. She doesn't care, but you know, gotta be mindful. My desk. This is my drawer. All my important stuff. Grab my coffee. Ryan Cohen sits here. Usually cricket or sports are on the TV right there. Bunch of knickknacks. That's my locker. This is Jake's locker. That's probably a mess. Okay. This is my least walked aisle. I never walk down this one. Don't really need to. It's like, I don't even know. What's this section?
This is finance.
Finance?
Finance is like social.
Wow. Yeah.
Social miscellaneous sales.
Sales down this row. Giving an office tour.
Oh, nice.
Oh, here's our jacket closet. Nice. In the game and some pillows up there. Gong. Robbie, Warehouse Challenges editor. Zach, master editor down that row. Okay. Office supplies. Good cupboard right here. Lots of good stuff. A lot of pictures. Pictures everywhere, huh? Baseball, batteries, label maker, one of the more fun toys. Tons of highlighters. Every time I do things you missed, I steal one of those highlighters. Ooh, a tech deck. A broken tech deck. Damn. Bunch of stickers right here. Stickers. Okay. Where did I cut my coffee? We're going to keep going. Moilo. It's when he caught a home run ball. That's pretty awesome. Okay, this cabinet is sponsor products, aka, oh, this is Kiana. I'm doing an office tour for morning.
Oh, okay.
5-hour helmets, football, Corona, Best Western. Whoa, I don't know we have these chicken pickle hats. Shout out Justin Dill. Put that somewhere else. Okay, this is grabbing a lot of stuff. There's a bunch of weed in here. It's Cushy Dream sends us weed. Tech supplies. Tech. Okay. Kitchen. Kitchen has a nice view of Empire State Building. This is kind of like if the office had a cat, the cat would hang out right there. It's like the only place that gets sun. Some legends. Question of the day: what was your favorite spring break destination? Okay. Water. A lot of people drink water. Snacks are empty. They'll be filled up and then they'll be empty again. There's all of our warehouse productions. I like seeing all these. The wraps. Cool. Okay. Down here's a place where the microwave is and no one goes. It's kind of like out of bounds. What else do I have to show you? Phone booth for silence. Wow, is it fun? Sombreros. This is the gaming room. Shelfie gaming, jam gaming, shelfie streaming. Oh. I thought someone might be here. Not. Mobile Globe, 5-hour, ball, wheel, lights. All of these rooms, see these blue cords? All of these rooms are rigged. So they go out of the room into there, in there, into there. All right, that was the gaming room. That's where we're going to go back. I'll finish with the main. So now we're going. There's Ryan. Did you get a haircut, Ryan?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. So very long. Yeah.
I'm like the best haircut recognizer in the world. You can rarely get a haircut and I'm not going to sniff it out immediately. People like when you notice their haircuts. This is our stream lounge. You've probably seen this a bunch. That Yankees stadium poster is new, which is cool. I don't know when that came up, but I like that. Baggage jersey. We got a mannequin right there. Bought that for $20 off the street. 6 TVs. This monitor is cool. I was working here and just watching Jake record Waking Jake. I couldn't hear it, but I could see him. That's my scooter. Might race someone tomorrow on that. Might race a fast guy tomorrow on that. And cameras everywhere here. One camera there. It's facing the door. I mean, there's a lot of cameras in here. There's a camera there. We painted this green recently, so we knew more green screen stuff here. This gets used as an office by a lot of people. Sometimes me, when I'm like sick of sitting at the desk, I'll come in here, watch some games and edit. I just need to mix it up. Control room. This is where someone can sit, where they control the stream lounge, change the cameras, talk, voice of God. This is all of the ISOs. Everything's connected. So when we record like Weekly Dumb, Zach records all the ISOs there and like high quality, and then he has those extra tech equipment. And then here's the main studio, BBD, getting set up for Boone, Jake's baggage helmet. That studio is nice and big. We'll go in there. That'll end the tour. Photo. Kind of an illegal photo. We took that when Cole signed and we were at winter meetings, but because Jake's badge was showing, we had to take down the photo. And we were like, well, as soon as we get a new office, we'll just blow that up and put it here since it can't go on the interwebs at all. This is maybe one of the more important things in the office. It's a pull-up bar. We don't pull up on it, we just hang. Dave from Brooklyn, his poem about Talkin Yanks. Dave, if you're wondering if this is still there, yep. Beautiful poem. Beebs, how are you?
Morning, how you doing?
Trivia show. Relic. Oh, here, I got you these stickers. This is cool. We should put these here.
Makes sense to me.
Right?
Got the stickers.
I got them. I'll pocket these and you can take those. What's your setup? You got Rodecaster for audio.
Audio through there. Mics are obviously out there. They go into this. That goes back into the computer. So it's all synced up in one go. At a timer there. So
and we got a big timer right there. Shout out Boobach. I love for you.
Yeah, both of these are in, I think.
Yeah, that was his thing. And you got the extra monitor down there.
Yeah,
that's the final output.
Yes, it's the same as what you guys see when you record. Yeah. So I can look at other stuff and pull stats or whatever here.
And then this is my chair and my view when I'm recording. And here's Jake's chair. Someone on Reddit was like, "Where'd they get this weather thing recently?" Katie gave that to me as a Father's Day present or some present. It was just like one of a couple presents. This is Jake's view. He's got the door, which is cool, but I've got you, which is cool. Shoes. Jake holding Scherzer's nipples. Wow, I didn't know. I never really see the Jess picture with him feeding her. That's cool. Young Beebs up there. Jake hasn't redone these shelves in a while.
We had to put some sponsor stuff over there, but
I reorganized mine the start of last season to get stuff more into shot because it wasn't organized to be like around my body when I was sitting down. But then, the sponsors came and kind of took everything I wanted and made sponsors. I still got all these frogs. Big Dumb. Recently, he got in an episode recently. Big Dumb. Papa. A lot of the frogs have been broken now. Pond back there. Frog Dog. This Mickey Mantle book is a fake. See? Someone sent us that as if we were hiding shit. I don't know. It was an old laptop. All right. That ends. I don't know what I'm going to do with this chip and pickle hat, but I might just start wearing it. That ends the tour. Let's go back to Morty. Hey, Jolly. This has been Jolly's desk.
Hi, man.
This is an office tour.
This is my desk.
Yeah.
Welcome. You'll see that there's no desk.
How come you don't sit in a more comfortable
I'm
spot?
so glad you asked because, in my opinion, this is the comfiest seat in the office. This couch has really good back support. It was a gaming room kind of throwaway, so we just put it in here.
If you utilize it, I think in gaming you sit up.
Right.
You don't sit back.
The most important part, this is never contested. This is Jolly's seat. No one ever sits here.
Yeah.
There's been kind of a stealing Jolly's seat thing going on for like a while, like out there and there. This is Jolly's seat. That's why I prefer it. I don't know
not great views of
Isn't this
the.
Phoenix?
You don't have great views of the TVs.
Well, like if you put the Mets game on that TV, I'm a happy camper.
Yeah, it's
also-
usually my TV when I come in.
I don't know whose bear that is.
Because I like this recliner.
See, I'm anti-recliner.
I sit in the recliner after sitting on the desk for a while, so it's just like
Okay.
a different form of sitting that I need.
Hey, enjoy the office tour.
Yes,
See you
it's
later.
over. You're kind of the end of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
What if it now?
Sam's here now.
Yeah, I missed my train.
Oh, Sam missed her train. Okay. And we're back. Thank you very much for joining me on that office tour. I hope you enjoyed it. Now let's rip through the rest of this video. I'm going to end this video right now. 1, 2, 3. I'll clap to sync it at the end if we need. Okay, that's done. I got to send that to, that's done. I got to send that to Rob. And then I wanted to make my to-do list for the day, but also we can get, they probably put Simpsons as the thumbnail and the title. So shit, I should have done that first. The Simpsons, if you missed it, Simpsons did a baseball episode recently and they reached out to me to do a breakdown of an argument in the episode, which was really cool. I believe the lead writer's name, I'll pull this up so I don't get it wrong, but Michael Price. Yeah, Michael Price and Joel Cohen were the head writers for the episode with producer Richard Chung. And I asked our team, like, hey, who was the initial person to reach out? And they said, I think it was Michael's idea to have Jimmy be on it. So thank you very much to Michael and to Richard and to Joel and everyone from The Simpsons, because that was really, really cool. So they reached out and I was like, yes, absolutely, I'd do that. I didn't know, I thought it was going to be socials only, but then they said it could live during the credits, which was awesome. And then because it was living during the credits, they drew a Simpsons version of me, which is really cool because the guy who drew that has been drawing Simpsons characters, I think, since before I was born. It was like 97 or 87. I wonder if he signed his name and then I looked that up. I don't know if I have it easy to grab. So then the process of making that, damn, where'd I put my coffee? Oh man. Pause to grab my coffee. Okay. So they sent over just the scene that I had. And it was all watermarked like Jomboy Media. So if I leaked it, they could hang me, which I think is their practice. Crazy. And I had just that scene and it had no audio. And then they sent another clip that had audio so I could get some context. And that was kind of it. There was like first cut due this week and second cut due this week. So I got here really early on a Monday, I think, because I was like, I just needed to I didn't even know what I was going to do. Like, how was I going to do a breakdown of a fictional show? Like, was I supposed to just like redo the episode, make my own storyline? And I kind of put like a dam up of thinking on it until I knew I had a solid like 4-hour block. So I came in and watched it, pieced it together, and then decided that some of the lines I could lip read perfectly and others I would just like do it as if I didn't know or make jokes. I was trying to figure out what I want to do for a through line. So I think the first one I sent, I was like, Gramps throws 3 things, and that was what I kept doing. And he throws his ticket, first thing he throws the base, that's second thing he throws the hat. I don't know if that was in the final where I like say that, but in my head, I was like, I need a through line because the way I make breakdowns is like, trying to make it's like a story, but it's like a through line, something that happens multiple times. And I did the first version, and I was like, all right, I kind of like that. I didn't like the beginning of it. And then they said, we just need a tight, like 40-second, like we can do a minute 30 on socials and on the like streaming services can have that longer credits, but for the actual episode, it needs to be 40 seconds for the credit scene. So I went back, which I knew I was going to send a first draft. They were going to give their thoughts, and then I was going to redo it. And then they really liked this section, but I really liked the ending. And they were like, we can do just the first 40 seconds. I was like, no, I don't want that. I like the ending more, or the middle part more. So I had to cut out a lot of the middle, or the first part, and then tighten it up. It was actually kind of hard. I also didn't know, like, it's their footage. I didn't know if they wanted me to be zooming in, because in base I scale in a lot. When you lose quality when you do that. And slow-mo, like putting it in like, 50% of the speed or 65%, 75%. I usually do that to get like more thoughts in and the lip reading correct. I ended up just being like, I'm just going to do it how I do it and see what they say. And I guess they were fine with all that. I had the subtitles on the screen. They were like, no, we're not going to do that. And then they did ask like, hey, some of these lines, can you not do it verbatim? So then I took that out. The only lip read I do verbatim is Bad for Baseball. And I wonder if I still have this. Let me see if I still have it on my computer here. Because I'm really screaming, which is funny. I thought sometimes I don't like full out scream. I used to not, when I would do the lip reading, I used to kind of whisper scream. And I still do that, but it was like a Monday morning, no one is in the office. And I felt like I had to match the intensity of the character. And it was weird because I actually like heard the character say it. So I feel like my voice started doing like closer to Gramps' voice, which I wasn't trying to do on purpose. But I can export this and you can show it for full, Robbie. But I think it's funny because I'm like really yelling when I do this. Let's see. 2 poke, 3 pokes. Oh, I'm going to have to turn my hat around. I'll turn my hat around. I hate all this marketing. It's everywhere. It's even on the bases. Throws the base. It's bad for baseball. And he said, okay, 1 nose kiss, 2 nose kisses, 3 nose kisses. I mean, that's really intense. The first draft, I wonder if I have the first draft. And again, if I have these, I can send them to you, Rob. Maybe you can show that one how it was. And this one, I delete stuff a lot, which I decided recently I'm not going to do. I'm going to put them on a hard drive because of some ideas we've had. All right, Simpsons first cut. Yeah, so this was the first one. And I can send you this. I'm going to play from the 43 seconds on. I think it's funny how I watched it back and I was like, whoa, I'm really screaming. And this is some of the lines I took out of the final. Oh, you stupid idiot. This fan is not having the photo session. Just jealous that I'm Walkoff's buddy. All this fiddle faddle that came with him is bad for baseball. Oh, yeah? Well, one nose kiss, hats backwards for a reason. I'm really hitting those B's because the way I do that is on the premiere, the B is such a clear lip read sound, and even in the animation, they had him hitting those B's in his lips. So I have these little white markers that I put on the B's. So when I'm doing the voiceover, I can get it in sync. So you hear me go, bad for baseball, because one, he's yelling. So it kind of sounds like that. But that's how I hit the marker. I do that on when I do the lip reading to we can sync it in post, but it's easier to edit if I hit it right. So it's really popping them B's there. Anyway, there you go. That's the Simpsons talk. Very cool. Very honored to be part of it. I know that that is such a legacy thing. And I was like, I don't, sometimes you're like, are you sure you want me to do this? And then in the end, it was very cool. And the response was cool. And people who love the Simpsons, that's their world. They reach out oh my God. And then even people who don't love and watch the Simpsons all the time, they understand the legacy. How could you not? It's the Simpsons. Where's my list of things to talk about? Okay, Simpsons episode Warehouse Challenges launched. Yes, we launched the new channel, Warehouse Challenges. I kind of want to go in there and see how we're doing. The first video is out. It's a really fun video. Edited really well by Robbie T, who's doing that. Most recent comment, this is such a fun video. So I think that is the sentiment. And we've filmed, if you've watched this show, you've seen a lot of these. We have filmed 4 or 5. We're filming a bunch more just to get in the chamber so we could really find the rhythm and the flow. We're going to have to film a lot of shorts because that's how you really launch these channels. And they're a totally different vibe than the tournaments. So we had some people asking why do a new channel? Some people get really upset about new channels. Some people are like, how many channels do you need? And it's a lot, man, because channels are on YouTube really are my collar was messed up this whole time. Just fixed it. Channels on YouTube are you get typecast in a way. This is what works. Do this, and if you stray, you kind of have to start a new channel. And you got to give videos a chance to breathe. So our Captain's League and Warehouse Challenge, Captain's League and Franchise League for the Warehouse games is a full calendar, and we wanted a channel that's weekly, that now we can have guests come in and participate with us. We can collab. We can there's no timeliness to the episodes. So if we have 4 built, but this guy or celebrity or team wants to, hey, we want to come challenge you and play against you. And we're doing it to promote this new season. So we would love it if you guys could release it there. We could be like, yeah, no problem. We can move everything, which we don't have that flexibility on the main Warehouse games because that is full of seasons and games. So this is a fun way to showcase more personalities. And me, Jake, I always want to call him Zach, but Jack Zoe will be in a lot of the early ones, but it's going to be a lot of personalities doing challenges and attention grabbing, interesting things than, between the cracks of the video is banter and humor. So Shelfie will be in a bunch. We want to get Norp out to be in a bunch. A lot of our creators just doing dumb, fun shit. We have a whole list of ideas. We just got to see what starts working and what does well. But this one the comments are very nice. And we took an old channel that we had and rebranded it to this. It was a Jomboy Media Shorts channel. So that's cool. Well, some of the analytics are not fully developed yet. Sam has some other stuff on here for me to comment on. Oh, this is a question from Screamin' Ramen. Why was the Tasty on Talkin' Yanks not Jomboy Jake TV? Because we're trying to do more supplemental content on our channels that are just podcasts, because that's how you build a brand. Like, you look at some other shows, Good Golf, and they have like their challenges and then they have their vlogs. Or you look at Spittin' Chicklets, they have their podcast and then they have their playlist that's all like golf challenges. Or you look at, even Part of My Take does like, they'll do like Dungeons and Dragons like playlist. So you have the main thing, which is a podcast, but to build a brand and personality and allow you to do more, we're trying new ideas with supplemental content. And the focus by the company this year is make the big shows bigger and put all of our resources and efforts into making these big shows bigger. Because we hadn't done that for like the last 2 years. We just couldn't let them like grow naturally and no big push. And this is a way to do that. So the Tasty video on Talkin' Yanks, when you compare the impressions it got versus the regular old episodes that surrounded it, which was a preview episode and then the first Boone interview, it got way more impressions, meaning YouTube pushed it to more people than it does our standard episodes, because the way that YouTube and the algorithm works is they know the standard episodes are so defined. They're like, okay, Talkin' Yanks dropped their episode. Let's promote it to all the people that we know like long form baseball shows and who have watched this before. So you don't end up getting new viewers. Like, the episodes don't land on new people's front pages or for you pages, because they kind of like have an established, this is who we send this to. But this, the Tasty, is a little different. So now there's a Talkin' Yanks video that is landing on someone's For You page, someone's Explore page that has never had a Talkin' Yanks video land on there. And in that way, it did work. It did get promoted to a bunch of new audiences. And you want to take the term, there's like breadth content and depth content, and breadth content, or, with a D, is surface level, like entry, like just come. In a lot of ways, Warehouse Challenges is more breadth content. You don't need to know context, history. These guys are trying to see which ball breaks a window. I just want to find out the answer. You don't need to know who we are, where we are, what we are. And then depth content is the content that it gets more sticky. Like, oh, I like this show is as depth as it fucking gets, right? You're not going to click this unless you know Jomboy Media or me. Talked about this a lot, but that's a little bit of the strategy is. So Tasty was more breadth content, like go out there to a wide group of people that don't know the channel. And then we've been posting a lot of behind the scenes vlogs on Talkin' Yanks, and that's depth. People that are with us, that like us, that listen to episode, and they want more, and they want behind the scenes. How do we give them that? So we're trying to build supplemental content that hits a lot of these buckets. Not all of it's the same. Next question is about working with a talent booker, and we have worked with a talent booker to try and get some guests to come to the office. Tomorrow we have William Byron coming, and maybe I race him on the scooter, maybe not. And he's coming for like half hour, and just we got to build like a whiplash of promotional shit to do with him. We think, see if he can beat me in the scooter race. Maybe not. Maybe he can. We have some other stuff planned. Maybe you see him intro an episode of Weekly Dumb. That's something we want to do. So that's another plan this year, is working with a talent booker to get guests to come through that aren't baseball players, but just different people, and build formats and build programming that they can come enter in and be part of our world and just like hang out for a bit, help them promote whatever they're promoting. They help us bring new people to us. Strategy as old as time, but we are implementing that. So you might see some guests this summer coming through the office and doing stuff with us. We are working with Blue Duck. I'm very excited. I want to get some comedians to come to the warehouse to do commentary on like Speed Blitzball or some crazy games we do. I think that'd be really fun. Okay, I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. Then I'm going to try out this pen. I bought these boardroom notepads for myself because a couple years ago I used these and I really liked them, and I was cleaning up my office at my house and I saw them and they're labeled like 2022 April through June. I'm like, dude, that's cool. I like flipped through it and saw all the stuff we were building and working on then. I like doing stuff like that. I'm a nostalgic pack rat guy. I have like buckets full of old notebooks from high school and all that. I got one. I started using it. I've lost it like 3 times. So this is a brand new one. I don't know where the other one went. I actually texted Katie and I was like, have you seen this around the house? And she said, if you see this, let me know. She said, okay. So now I feel dumb because I had that one all started and it was like, April 2025. Is that the year? I got to start a new one, to-do list for the day. I just feel dumb. Like I already have one. Anyway, I bought this pen because I saw a YouTube video where Conan was talking about his favorite pen. And that always intrigues me. Because people have favorite pens. Other people don't give a shit. And I was like, I'm interested to see what his favorite pen is. Now, I just like this standard blue Bic pen. Black or blue, whatever it is. I buy the box of these and I enjoy them. They don't roll too fast, too slow. You can color things in if you want. I like them. I don't like really liquidy ballpoint pens that are for cursive and smear and smudge. But Conan did an episode where he was talking about his Pilot Precise Grip Bold. So I bought some and I'm going to test it out. Maybe I set this up for you guys. Oh shit. Don't power off. Don't power off. Fuck. I don't know if this was worth it at all. And I don't even know if I'm like achieving the goal that I set out to achieve. Sync. Okay, here we go. Ready? I'm going to test out this pen. Conan's pen. I'm going to make my to-do list for the day. 1. Oh, wow. It is very liquidy. Morning. Boone. Interview. That's next. I have leaders meeting. Okay, it's real. Might be a little too juicy for me. Leaders meeting. And then I don't know what else I have today. I have to Taylor, we had a meeting yesterday and that's on follow up. That's the word I'm looking for. That's just some thoughts. Follow up. Sam, Slack. Those are just little conversations I have to have. What else do I have today? Today is just my meetings day. Which at the end of Tuesdays, I'm like, get me the fuck out of here. Meetings. Oh, shit. Okay. Built if sold brainstorm. Built. I don't think I like this pen for writing. Built if. B-storm. Common. What else do I have? Oh, board meeting today. Oh, shit. I knew about that, obviously. Board meeting is today. It's a big one. And then Yankees game. Morning. We're like halfway done. I'm going to start the check mark. Boone interview, not yet. And then I got to do this. You know what? I don't like this pen for writing. I think I'd really like this pen for doodling and drawing. For writing, I'm not into it because I think I'd with this pen, which doesn't roll as much, it would look like that. I can go faster with it. You know, everyone's got their pen. I always leave the last letter. Damn it. Rhoticism coming back to bite me in the ass. I always leave the last letter off sometimes because I get so excited to get to the new word. This handwriting looks awful. All caps. I don't know why. I guess I just write in all caps. Who the shit needs handwriting anymore? You know what? I got so over the exercise that it didn't even look better at the end. Those are the 2 pens. I think the black looks better for sure. So, you know, how vain am I? Up. This would be really good for doodling. Like my doodles I do. These ones. Call them Zorks. I do these every leaders meeting because there's no technology allowed. Maybe just like speed ramp this, Rob. Sorry, what a big edit for you today. Yeah, this would be a really fun pen to doodle with. Maybe Conan likes doodling more than writing. Just drawing stuff and filling in. It fills in real nice. Wow. Beautiful stuff by me. Okay, if you want this on a hat, I'll fix the bottom a little bit. If you want that on a hat, check the store. I'm going to put just one for sale. Normal price, but just one. This guy. We'll date him. What's the date? The date probably won't be on the hat. It's okay, it won't be on the hat. I'll put that into Photoshop, fix the bottom a little bit, and then we'll put it on a hat. There's 4 existing Zork hats. 4. So this would be the 5th ever. I'll put it on there. Just one, regular price. You guys just refresh, I guess, until that gets up there. What the hell's next? Couple questions from Zalman9607. What's yours and Jake's positions officially called? I thought you were the CEO. No, I haven't been the CEO since long time. Or maybe I was like placeholder. I don't know. Founder and I think chief content officer. So founder and chief content officer is my title. Jake's founder and chief talent officer. Kylie Langhorn said, could you guys do a breakdown of all the teams and roles, job titles at the office, and introducing what everyone does as part of Jomboy? Well, that's a lot of people. It's like, I think 55 to 60 people. So I don't know where that would fit in a video. But I will say, at the next Captains League, during the draft and the lower thirds for players, I did talk to the crew. I said, I think it would be cool if it said like Lucas Diversa and then his title, or Dalton, lead researcher for X shows, Rob Sirocco, producer of Talkin Baseball, so that it does kind of, you understand that storyline more. And I think we all liked it and thought that's a good idea. So I think that will be happening. All right. The other thing that I was supposed to do at the very beginning of the show that I'm now doing at the end is we have some open slates for Ball and Play 3. We have some open slates for Ball and Play 3 for commercials. So Sam told me to film a commercial for morning that we do behind the scenes episodes. So I'm going to let the warehouse and audience know that a lot of behind the scenes and warehouse plans, strategy, long-term visions, ideas are often topics on morning. Watch the show to learn more and ask questions, and I will answer. Okay. All right. We're going to film a commercial. You can have this be part of the edit, and then Rob send this raw footage to other editors, and we'll have them edit it together. So I'm going to do like 3 takes in 3 different areas, and we'll just stitch it together. Here's my commercial for morning. You guys are seeing this in live time. I'm gonna come up here, and I'm gonna switch to this camera, and we'll go like youth pastor vibes. Okay. Here we go. What? Oh. How does this look good? You guys spying on me? They're spying on me outside the room. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Do you find that you have questions about the warehouse, about what we're doing and why we're doing it? I've got the perfect show for you. Morning. I sit here and I answer those questions. We talk about the long-term plan, the big vision, why we did things, who's playing, what's coming up, what's next. If that intrigues you, tune in. Morning. Okay, take one. We got to go somewhere else now. Do you find yourself asking questions about the warehouse games? What are they doing? Why are they doing this? Why'd they make that rule? Who's this guy? Well, I've got the show for you. It's called Morning Meeting. And I sit down and I drink my coffee and I answer questions. All you got to do is ask them and I'll answer. We're about as transparent as we can be. So check it out. Morning Meeting on YouTube. You got questions. I've got answers. That was a better take. I like the words I said better. Maybe you can grab some from the middle. Do you find yourself asking questions about the warehouse games? Why are they doing this sport? Who's that guy? Why'd they change those rules? Well, I've got the show for you. It's called The Morning Meeting, and I sit down, I drink my coffee, and I answer questions just like that. We also cover the entire company, not just warehouse games. So you got to ask the questions. I give you the answers. Morning Meeting, building Jomboy Media on YouTube. Bye. Okay, take number 3. And then here we go. 1, 2. Do you find yourself asking questions about the warehouse games? What's up next? What's the schedule? Why are they doing this sport? I don't like those rules. I want to complain about them. Well, boy, do I have the show for you. It's called Morning Meeting, building Jomboy Media. And we talk about everything you're wondering. Want to know why? Because we just answer questions. You ask, I answer. About the warehouse or about anything in the Jomboy Media universe. I sip my coffee. I sit right here. I read the question. I answer them. Morning Meeting. Building Jomboy Media. Check it out on YouTube. All right, that ends the show. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen. Dankeschön. Auf Wiedersehen. Dankeschön. How she tore that dress. What a mess. I confess. Central Park in Fall.